Have you ever wondered why Sigma females seem so out of sync with the world around them? It's not that they don't understand society, it's that certain things just don't make sense to them. From shallow conversations to following the crowd, Sigma females often find themselves baffled by what others consider normal. So what exactly are these things that leave them scratching their heads? Today, we're going to dive into the top 10 ridiculous things that simply don't make sense to Sigma females. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see the world through their eyes, and it might just change your perspective too. 1. Small talk for the sake of talking. Sigma females are known for their depth, so it's no surprise that small talk feels like a waste of time to them. They prefer meaningful conversations that stimulate their mind, not empty exchanges about the weather or last night's TV show. Small talk lacks substance, and for a Sigma, it's almost unbearable to engage in something that feels so superficial. They'd rather sit in silence than fill the air with meaningless words. Why spend energy on something so trivial when there's so much more to discuss? This leads us to the next point: conformity. 2. Blindly following trends. In a world obsessed with the latest trends, Sigma females stand apart. They don't understand the need to follow the crowd just to fit in. Whether it's fashion, music, or social media challenges, Sigmas see no value in adopting trends that don't resonate with their true self. To them, it's ridiculous to alter who they are just to be accepted by others. Authenticity is their priority, and they find it perplexing that so many people sacrifice their individuality for fleeting moments of popularity. If you're curious about another thing that baffles Sigmas, wait until you hear about their take on groupthink. 3. Groupthink and herd mentality. Groupthink is another concept that doesn't sit well with Sigma females. They thrive on independent thought and can't comprehend why people would suppress their own opinions to go along with the majority. The idea of sacrificing personal beliefs for the sake of harmony or acceptance is foreign to them. Sigma females value critical thinking and prefer to stand alone rather than compromise their principles. This resistance to conformity often puts them at odds with those who prioritize unity over truth. Speaking of truth, let's talk about something else that Sigmas find utterly baffling: dishonesty. 4. Dishonesty and deception. Dishonesty is something that Sigma females just can't tolerate. They value transparency and integrity, so when people lie or deceive, it completely baffles them. Whether it's a little white lie or a more significant deception, Sigmas see no sense in it. To them, honesty is the foundation of any relationship, and without it, trust crumbles. They struggle to understand why anyone would choose to compromise their integrity, especially when the truth eventually comes to light. This disdain for dishonesty also ties into their deep need for genuine connections, which we'll explore next. 5. Superficial relationships. Superficial relationships are another thing that don't make sense to Sigma females. They crave depth and meaning in their interactions, so shallow connections leave them feeling empty. Whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, or even professional connections, Sigmas need authenticity. They don't see the point in maintaining relationships that lack genuine emotional investment. It's not about having a large circle of friends, it's about having a small, loyal group who truly understand and value them. This leads us to the next thing that perplexes Sigma's superficiality in general. 6. Materialism and superficial success. Sigma females are often puzzled by society's obsession with material wealth and superficial success. While they understand the importance of financial stability, they can't wrap their minds around the idea that possessions define a person's worth. For Sigmas, success is measured by personal growth, meaningful accomplishments, and the impact they have on others. They find it ridiculous that so many people chase after luxury items or social status symbols as if these things will bring true happiness. To them, the pursuit of materialism is empty and unfulfilling, which ties into our next point: toxic positivity. 7. Toxic positivity. The concept of toxic positivity, where people insist on maintaining a positive attitude at all costs, makes no sense to Sigma females. They believe in embracing the full range of human emotions, not just the happy ones. To Sigmas, it's ridiculous to pretend that everything is okay when it's not. They value authenticity and understand that true emotional resilience comes from acknowledging and processing negative feelings, not ignoring them. The pressure to always be positive feels like a denial of reality, which is something Sigmas simply can't accept. Next, let's explore their views on unnecessary drama. 8. Unnecessary drama. Sigma females have zero tolerance for unnecessary drama. They prefer peace and quiet over the chaos of conflicts and arguments, especially when they're blown out of proportion. Sigmas are straightforward and don't see the point in creating problems where there are none. They find it ridiculous when people get caught up in petty disputes or manufacture drama for attention. This aversion to drama is part of their broader preference for simplicity and calm, which we'll discuss further in the next section about overcomplicating life. 9. Overcomplicating life. Overcomplicating life is another thing that leaves Sigma females scratching their heads. They believe in living simply and intentionally, focusing on what truly matters. Sigmas don't understand why people make their lives more difficult by overthinking, overplanning, or getting bogged down in trivial details. To them, it's ridiculous to create stress and chaos when life can be approached with clarity and purpose. Sigmas prefer to streamline their lives, removing unnecessary clutter and distractions. This brings us to our final point: the pressure to conform to societal expectations. 10. Societal expectations and norms. Finally, societal expectations and norms are something Sigma females just can't get behind. They don't understand why people feel the need to conform to prescribed roles or follow a predefined path in life. Whether it's the pressure to get married, have kids, or pursue a conventional career, Sigmas question these societal norms and often reject them in favor of their own unique path. They believe in living life on their own terms, even if it means going against the grain. For Sigmas, the only opinion that truly matters is their own, and they won't compromise their values to fit in. Conclusion. Sigma females see the world through a lens of authenticity, independence, and depth. They challenge societal norms, question the status quo, and refuse to engage in anything that lacks meaning or purpose. Whether it's small talk, materialism, or groupthink, there are many things that simply don't make sense to them. But it's precisely these traits that make Sigma females so unique and powerful. By staying true to themselves and rejecting what doesn't resonate, they carve out a life that's true to who they are unapologetically and without compromise.